Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this special figure showcase and combining, we're going to be having a look at the 2008 Timelines, so that's the Transformers Collectors Club exclusive version of Piranacon. So what we're going to do with this video, we're going to unbox all this live in a second, have a look at the entire contents of the packaging. Because it's a Collectors Club figure, it's going to have some collector's cards, we're going to have a look at them as well. We're going to, of course, do some comparisons with this colour version and the original Generation 1 itself. But we're not going to be doing individual reviews. We're just going to be literally taking him out of the box and building him up and seeing just how different he looks to the original one. So as I've said, this figure came out in 2008 and it was a Collectors Club. You can see it says there, Hasbro 2008 Collectors Club exclusive figure. And I think the reason, which again is it's crazy to be honest, the reason why this ended up being a Collectors Club figure is it was intended to be an exclusive set for the Energon. So it was going to be the Energon Terracons, but due to lack of retail interest, look at the colour schemes on these, they're brilliant. They never went ahead with it, so they obviously got some of these made up and turned them into Collectors Club's exclusive instead. Now the Collectors Club box is brilliant. I mean, this is robust, it's really strong cardboard. You can see on the back it's a bit like a case, to be honest. Unfortunately there is nothing on the back, but it is a beautifully presented box. If you've seen or lucky enough to own any of the BotCon collection packs, then it's pretty much one of them, so it looks absolutely beautiful. So if I take the front off first and foremost, I just want to do a little comparison, right, because now unfortunately I don't have the Hasbro G1 Piranacon gift set, but this is definitely based on the Takara one from the Super God Master Force toy line, which was known as, of course, well, he was known as King Poseidon in that. And the reason for this is, as you can see, it's a carbon copy. So have a look, you've got Nautilator, Tentakill and Snaptrap, and that's exactly what you've got in the Takara gift set as well. And of course this makes it very different from the Hasbro version of G1, because the Hasbro version of G1 didn't have all the figures. I believe it was Nautilator who was indeed missing from that pack. Right, now what we're going to do here, I've got the collector's cards at the front. This is quite awkward because it's a big set, so we've got to believe this to be pretty much unused, so you're gonna have to bear with me. Yeah, these haven't been opened as we I suppose assemble him up. So the collector's cards, if you want to read these, you've got the opportunity now. If you want to pause, you can read these. So we've got Snaptrap, there's the technical data and the write-up. He's the leader, of course. Then we've got Tentakill. As I said, if you want to read these yourself, just hit that pause button at any time. These are just beautiful, really nice strong card as well. They're not flimsy, not, you know, I always use the example of the Netflix Teletran one. They're just so flimsy, whereas these, they feel robust, they feel nice, and indeed they look good as well. So one more, I think. Yeah, there you go. There's the leader, Piranacon. So as I say, unfortunately, I'm not going to show every single mode. That's because there's 3. So for those of you who are unaware, that's why there's so many of these. It is a Scramble City combiner, which basically means that any of these 2, 4, 5 smaller bots can be limbs. So either one of them can be an arm, either one of them can be a leg, but also either one of them can be a target master. So they could actually be the gun for the main gestalt, the main combined figures. So all I'm going to do is just get this bag, because this bag should be the stuff that, yeah, we're going to need to build Piranacon. They haven't changed his name either at all. So we've got a bright yellow blaster instead of black. We've got bright yellow fists again instead of black. We've got black. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. They've coloured in the toes. Something as simple as that's made a real nice touch. There's the feet, and that was the sword there. So right, let's just move these out of the way and start to take them out one at a time. So I think, oh, I'm not sure if you could see at the bottom here, we've got the head like so. There's the head, and again the foam on the insert of King Poseidon for the Takaras is exactly the same. So let's take these out nice and carefully. Again, you just got that feel of a premium product with how yeah, just how it's all packed completely tightly and neatly in this foam like so. They really are held nice and snug. And I'm just going to take the last one out. This one you'll really get an appreciation for how vastly different the colour scheme is. One thing I have noticed though is obviously there's a lack of chrome. Obviously on Snaptrap he did have quite a bit of chrome, especially in his chest piece on the shield, but of course, well, that's the only place to be honest, but he hasn't got any there. So what I'm going to do, this is the original one, maybe I'll put him here in the background. Now I've set him up slightly different to how most people do. I've set him up with Nautilator being a gun. Oh no, it's going to try and focus on too many things, isn't it? So if I take this out of the way for now, what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to go and set him up pretty much exactly as it is in this particular picture right there. So what we need to do is we need to take Snaptrap. So what I need to do, you need to see what I'm doing. Let's move the figures over here, and then for now, if I take this, in fact no, let's keep that one there. Let's take the base, which is here. I've just removed all the bottom bits from there. Right, there we go. So let's lift this back up because we're going to be copying it. Okay, let's adjust the stand ever so slightly as well. So there we go. Right, so Snaptrap, let's take the shield off like so. Let's bring the legs around and tuck these up the back because this is going to be the back of the combiner. Fold them up. We need to spin the head around so we can put the large head on in a second. The arms will kick all the way back. The most important bit is this part here. This is the tab where the shoulder's going to click in. You can hear these have got lovely new ratchets inside them. And then the legs we need to separate. Wow. Has this been used before? I don't know. It's that. And straighten like so. I think I just went too far in all honesty, but it does feel very tight and indeed very new. So what I can do straight away is we can take the head and we can pop it carefully over the top so you've got an idea of what that's going to look like. Brilliant. So let's just move him completely out of the way for now then, and let's go for one of the legs. So Tentakill is looking like he's one of the legs, and that's this one. So what we need to do is we need to take this, which are his legs, fold this over, pop it down, and then pull that back. We can then bring his tentacles back a little bit. We can take a foot plate and pop him there as well. So let's just move him out of the way. And then the other leg on that, it looks like we've got Scalor, who's this guy. So same principle again, we need to fold that back. That's where the heads are going to go. Move the arms out of the way and stretch out the bottom, turn it round, and we're going to attach the leg. Yeah, foot, sorry, there we go. Right, we can, if we want to now, we might as well, just to save some space, let's attach this to the top. That went in no problem. And then indeed we're going to attach this. When it comes to the final parts, I'll move the black box out of the way so you can see exactly what we're doing. But yeah, he's starting to take shape now. Brilliant. Right, onto the arms. So we're going to have Nautilator is going to be one of the arms, and so Sea-Wing. So what we're going to do with this is we're going to fold this up. Now we don't really need to, do we? Of course we don't. Oh, we need. Oh, yes, we do. Oh, I've knocked a hook off. Let's open the mouth. This is where we're going to attach the fist, and this is where it's going to attach as an arm. So I'm carefully taking that out. There we go. Right, so let's get one of the fists this side, and let's pop that in there like so. There we go. And we're going to do Sea-Wing. All we're going to do is pretty much the same. So let's fold the wings back, fold this part out. There we go. And we're going to get the fist. We're going to pop it in there. Oh no, we're going to go this way. Actually, I'm going to go this way. So let's turn that. Okay, let's move these boxes out of the way. So there we are without the box in the way, and let's just attach the arms then. I've not attached anything else. I've just made a bit of space. We've got Sea-Wing here, which we can see is going to attach nice and neatly into this shoulder there. And then we've got Nautilator as well, who's going to attach into this shoulder here. Now what I have done is just quickly, while I change things around, is I've very quickly reconfigured the original Piranacon as well to copy exactly this, just so we can see the difference. So the one that we're missing, in fact, let's put the chest piece on first, which is here. So again, this has obviously got the no chrome on it. Let's spin this around to the top, fold out the two connectors like so, and then this should, he says, connect. Yep, easily there, perfect. We can just make that out. And then we've got the amazing new head. This is just going to fit by the looks of it on the top there. Yep, you can still see that, perfect. And then just for now, what I'm going to do before I transform Overbite to be the target master, I'm just going to pop the other weapons in his hand, again ready for the comparison. So there's the sword, and then here is now of course the giant yellow gun instead of it being black. Is it going to fit in? As I say, I'm not sure if this set's ever been played with, to be honest, but I'm just going to leave it displayed like this. So there is this version with the 2008, and as I said, I've changed the configuration around on here just for the comparison, so you can see how vastly different they are, to be honest. And they both look brilliant, don't they? In fact, I'm going to keep that guy there while we change Overbite then to be the weapon. So let's turn his face around to the front. That's obviously I know Nautilator's weapon, but I just for this video, as I say, change the configuration around. We're going to bring the feet up like so, and then what we need to do is we need to get his weapon. And to be honest, I think, again, just for clarity or comparison, I'm going to put Nautilators in, even though I've got Overbite, but then they are going to be exactly the same, using the same weapons, but obviously different. Right, where are we? There's the head of Overbite. So let's very carefully take the gun out. And this is the reason why I don't really like Overbite being the target master or Nautilator the arm, because it's awkward for them to fit. Wow, there you go. That is spectacular. Let's just bring this arm up as well, just to see the sword comparison. It really is a great combiner. You can, of course, extend the legs, make them a little bit higher. And there is, of course, a God Neptune version from Beast Wars as well, with a different colour scheme. Swindle snuck in there. Let's move him out of the way. But I think that's it. As I say, this is just the combining video. I'm probably going to do some individual reviews as well once I get the rest of God Neptune, so we can see some full comparisons between all three. In the meantime, I hope you enjoyed looking at this, I suppose, special, exactly that, collector's edition of Piranacon. So you can search for, if you want one yourself, it's the 2008 Collectors Club Timelines version. In the meantime, let me know what you think in the comments, and of course, please take care.